Welcome back. So I'm trying out some new things, some new recording things, and arrangements that you guys probably aren't too interested in. But you can hear all about, I guess, if you want, in my... What was it? In my other playthrough that's going on simultaneously to this one. Actually, looks like I need to fix a little thing. Stop capturing my cursor game. The audio might have been a little quiet there. Should be good now. Although I'm recording stuff in a different way, which means... Sorry, I have something on my chair. There you go. But basically, I'm actually stopping the recording between episodes now, instead of just cutting it after the fact. Save myself some time. Hello, controller. There's nothing to do here, I don't think, right? Get...
I feel like a new sponge.
A net loss of 0 underwear. That seems fine by me. And a gain of shiny objects. That's weird, the sides of these things aren't colored differently anymore. That's weird. But they look prettier the other way. Oh, I can still... I can't double jump after I do that. It's so hard to do that now. But just bouncing across.
Go, Spongebob! It's your birthday!
Anyways, though. The practical end result being... that times at the beginning of end of episodes. Hello.
Time for a little sleepy sneak.
You'll hear... I move a lot faster now, that's interesting. It's actually really practical. The game audio will go quiet because the game loses focus when I start recording. That wasn't very practical now, was it? What's this thing so green? Mr. Krabs. I want to get up top there somehow. I don't think there's a way to get up there, is there? I want to engineer a way to get up there now. I don't think there's a way to stand on top of... No, you can't stand on checkpoints. I don't know of anything you can stand on here, though. And I just like getting on top of everything. Let's see if I can get on top of the Krusty Krab sign, and or Krusty Krab, and or Mr. Krabs. I don't know any way I can do that. But yeah, this game does this weird thing, and I'm gonna assume this is the intended behavior, but it's strange behavior.
This is amazing.
Amazingly awful, you mean?
Mr. Krabs is dreaming of the Krusty Krab.
Oh, they changed the backdrop.
What a surprise.
Like usual.
I can't escape work anywhere.
Whoa! Lunch rush! I better grab my hat and...
Forget the hat. Get that spatula and get us out of here.
It's like a shiny golden toothpick that holds together the bun of...
We don't have time for this.
Fancy camera angles. Here's how tough this will be. Oh, that wasn't... It didn't make a sound, it didn't look very... Wait. Did they not understand what the whole point of that spatula part was? One, it was kind of awkward because the robot just disappeared a moment after and didn't make a sound. But the whole... Well, that scene's supposed to show you is that each time you destroy a robot, that it will open up, it will move on the patty parts so that it'll form a platform. Yeah, let's not start yet, actually. Because we first have one. This down here. And I think two? There's nothing in that hole. The hole's like swimming at it again. They say you shoot fire now instead of whatever they shot before. Huh. I'm more okay with that than I've expected to be. I went to the socket flip. Jeez, that was...
Just my size!
That was a heck of a shot. How did they predict I was gonna do that? What? Hey! Okay. I don't know how I managed to miss that guy with my dash. Oh, I guess that worked. My bowl one still comes out when I do that. When I slide on stuff. Oh, I wasn't trying to press that. Okay. He was a little bit faster, that guy. So, there was a trick in the... Oh, these things don't bounce the same way they used to. They used to bounce really fast so you could, Interesting what else like there. They used to bounce really fast so you could easily use that to jump further. You know, I did that just now anyways. Oh! Oh no. What's with the bubbles around those? You can still jump up early, but... So what you could do...
Road ahead.
Ooh, new dialogue. So what you could do in the original... I'll see if this works. You would think they will fix this. You can just stand up here. And nothing can hit you. So you can just keep using the cruise level to destroy everything. And just for the sake of honesty and having fun, I won't do that, but it seems like you still can. Like, nothing can hit me here, so I can just cruise level everything. Huh. I want to do a... Hey. I want to do a bubble bounce on top of those. On top of that triplicate robot. I can't remember what those guys are called. It bugs me that the Tartar fires projectiles that are entirely spherical. Just like that makes sound. But anyways, the idea is that each... Hey. Each spawner only spawns one type of robot. Yeah, you can still time your jump right. In fact, if you don't time your jump right, you don't jump high enough.
Feel like a new sponge.
What's with this bubble? I really don't get it. Why'd they add a bubble? It's always pretty satisfying to marry one of those guys. Even though there's no practical reason to. Alright, let's see if we can actually manage to survive this from here on out. Might not, but there are some... There's some underwood we had here.
Fresh like a spring breeze.
So, are there not any spawners? Where do the fodders come from?
Right.
This might be the most practical way to deal with the... Ooh. With slips. Oh. Yeah, it does still hurt you if you take out their shield. No matter how you do it, looks like. Oh. I am making this slightly hard for myself by not like cheaping out and just cruise bubbling from afar or anything. I could do that, but... And to me, that this is a segment that is a lot more fun if you actually have do what the game wants you to do and fight things. You're supposed to bounce. Why didn't you bounce? Besides, it's just satisfying to do stuff you're not supposed to do, like these guys in a melee fashion. Hello. So, who spawns the fodders though? And does spawning the fodders actually do anything practical? Let's get rid of this up here first though. Phew. But it seems like you can skip at least one step on here by chiming and jumping. Why do you have to hit these things twice? I don't get what the reason's supposed to be for adding bubbles around those. That is not, it was not an original game, and I don't know why they added it, because it doesn't seem to do anything. Hello. It's a little awkward to maneuver. Okay. Maneuver around. Kind of get stuck standing on them and whatnot sometimes. I don't know if these guys explode faster. If they use that explosion attack faster than in the original or not. They may or may not. I always heard you had to be kind of tighter timing than the original one, though. The one thing that bugs out those fire particles, even though I don't think they're bad visually, makes more sense than whatever they were shooting out before, even though I didn't mind it. But it's hard to tell what the hitbox is, I feel like. Whoa. Look at that. Look at that starball fly. There we go. Oh, it disappeared. It was always fun disabling Hans in this level and running around and climbing on the money and whatnot. I never really managed to game or interested in it, but it was satisfying to do. I'm kind of torn as to whether I should use these patty platforms to my advantage. Again, I realize I'm making the game hard for myself, but it's kind of fun to make it hard for myself that way. It's bunsy though, I don't hit both those robots when I jump, when I use a bash like that.
Slippery road ahead.
The placement on these patty platforms feels like different than on the other one. Ooh! Those slicks, they try to get fancy with some of their shots.
Triplicate.
There you go, turn triplicate. I love that. It's a nice easy way to take those guys out, because for some reason the bubble bowl one-shots them.
Bubble power.
Not most practical in combat, in part because it's so darn hard to steer, my god. Leave me alone. But it is a bit hard to make out the hitbox for the... Hello. The triplicate enemies now. That's why I call them the triplicate enemies, because Spongebob says that. Alright. Hello. Hitboxes. I still don't think it makes sense for these guys to have bubbles as their shields instead of oil shields. Because their whole deal is oil. It's called slick. Hello. Where'd you spawn from? Oh. Oops. Thought I had taken this one out. Huh, in the original it made different sounds when you jumped on the patty parts.
Fresh like a spring breeze.
Boom. They don't make that weird, like, T-pose looking pose when you take them out anymore.
Coming at ya.
I saw it kind of weird, so maybe it's not a bad thing. But so, since these guys shoot fire now... That was a stylish finish, woohoo! I imagine that the fire probably doesn't change color at different times of year. I could change the date on my computer if I want, so I can test it out later, but I have my doubts.
Finally, now we can leave. But first, I need my paycheck. Mr. Krabs, excuse me, Mr. Krabs.
Cool. And I think in next episode is when we'll finally see the much-awaited Patrick stream. Finally some actual new content. You know, the slightly different look in all these places is okay too. I forgot that the enemies respawn there every single time. But anyways, the reason I came in here again was for some reason I wanted to take a look. Wacky Bucks. Is that a reference to the show? I think it is. I just wanted to see what it's on those builds. Anyways, nothing else to do around here, it feels like, so... Appreciate Patrick being upside down. I'll get to the... You can actually bounce upwards like that. That works perfectly. Bounce uppers off of these. Yeah, so you can still just tank some hits here without a problem. You remember what I was talking about actually like doing the game honestly being more fun? Well, I waste enough time on the... Ooh, those guys lead their shots really well. Did they do that in the original? I don't remember. Chucks would lead their shots, so these guys probably did too.
Say hello to my little bubble
It feels
friend.
so dumb being able to do that. But anyways, I'll see you guys next episode, I suppose, where we actually head on into Patch's stream, and then I guess we'll pick up this patch afterwards. And then there's one more patch to pick up in here after that too. It feels... Oh, if I could stay on the antenna, maybe I could reach Patrick from here. Probably not. I don't think there's anything I can stand on Patrick here. I can touch him. Anyways. The weird thing is gonna be that the audio is gonna cut out whenever I start and stop. Hello! Start and stop an episode.
It
That was overkill.
shines.
No jellyfish. But I'll try to. I might have to set up like a hotkey at some point to start and stop recording. But for the time being, that's how things will be as I'm figuring out this new system. Also, I actually need to pause the game, don't I, to do this? It's gonna be awkward. Well, I guess we'll just end each episode and begin each episode on the pause screen now or something. Huh. Is there anything to walk around there? Well, I can get. Like, I can pause and then make my cursor move out of the screen, I guess, which is just as awkward. Anyways, but then the screen, not game audio doesn't stop. I don't know. I'll figure these things out. Bye, everyone.